Joseph Bernadin was born April 2nd, 1928 in Columbia, South Carolina. He is the son of two Italian immigrants. When he was 6 years old, his father died. Due to this, Joseph had to take care of his little sister and learn how to take care of a household at an early age. He always knew he wanted to help people, but he had to go to a year of medical school before figuring out that the seminary was the place for him. He studied at St. Mary's College in Kentucky and St. Mary's Seminary in Baltimore. He received his bachelor's in philosophy in 1948. Bernadin was ordained in April of 1952. During his next 14 years of life, Father Bernadin did various clerical activities serving bishops. In 1966, he was appointed auxiliary bishop of Atlanta, making him the youngest bishop at the time. He was 38 years old. It was in Atlanta that Most Reverend Joseph Bernadin met one of his role models, Archbishop Paul Hallinan. Paul Hallinan's passion for civil rights inspired Most Reverend Joseph Bernadin to put a bigger emphasis on social justice. Paul Hallinan was present at Vatican II, so he helped form Joseph Bernadin into a post-Vatican II bishop. In 1972, Joseph Bernadin became the Archbishop of Cincinnati. While he was Archbishop of Cincinnati, he was asked to preach at a service in the White House after Nixon's second inauguration, where he challenged Nixon's position on individualism. He continued receiving national attention when he got elected as president for the National Conference of Catholic Bishops in 1974. Going up the ecclesiastical ladder was not without its struggles. In the mid-70s, Joseph Bernadin had a midlife crisis. He felt hypocritical because he was telling parishioners to pray while he felt he was not putting enough time into prayer. One day when he was dining with three younger priests, he told them of his problems praying. The three priests convinced him to start praying more, and since then, he set the first hour each day aside for prayer. He continued going up the ecclesiastical ladder in 1983, when he was appointed head of the Archdiocese of Chicago and became a cardinal. A few months after he was appointed head of the Chicago Diocese, the Conference of Bishops came out with a pastoral letter on peace called Peacemaking, Moral and Policy Changes for a New World. This document sought to apply papal teachings on war and peace to U.S. nuclear policies. This was a new type of document reflecting some of the effects of Vatican II. It took opinions from experts in different fields, and there were drafts sent to other episcopal councils in the world and to Rome. Bernadin was a huge advocator of pro-life, not only in terms of abortion, but also he did not want the death penalty. He wanted care for the terminally ill. It was a respect for all life, and this was coined the seamless approach. While in Chicago, Cardinal Joseph Bernadin was also instrumental in founding Syro-Malabar Catholic Ministry when he helped establish a priest from Kerala, India. It was in Chicago that Cardinal Joseph Bernadin also faced one of his toughest times in his life. He was accused of sexually assaulting a seminarian in 1993. In cases like these, the Church's response would be to attack the credibility of the accuser. Bernadin did not want to do this, however, because he did not want to scare people who had actually been abused from coming forward. The thing that worried Joseph Bernadin was how the parishioners could trust him after these false accusations. He was exonerated in 7 months when the evidence fell apart. After the scandal, he got back into the rhythm of his archbishop's duty when he unfortunately was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. While dealing with the cancer was difficult, he found the silver lining. It opened up a new type of ministry for him, ministry to the terminally ill. He was able to overcome the pancreatic cancer, and then he began to work on the Common Ground Project, which was a conference where different sections of American Catholic churches would come together for a peaceful discussion. However, before he was able to complete this project, his cancer returned. He passed away November 14, 1996. His legacy still lives on through the use of seamless garment approach and the way his pastoral letters on peacemaking and economic justice still apply to discussions of morals today.